Hello, my friend. I'm glad you've joined me again today. Let's sit together for a little while in this quiet space. No rush, no pressure, no noise from the outside world. Just a moment to pause, to listen, and to reflect. Every day we walk forward in life, but sometimes the most powerful perspective comes when we look backward. Today, I want to ask you a question that may open a new window into how you see yourself. If you could have a conversation with your younger self from 10 years ago, what do you think that younger version of you would never expect about the life you are living now? Think about it carefully. 10 years is not so long in the grand scale of a lifetime. And yet, so much can change. You are not the same person you were a decade ago. The dreams you had, the struggles you faced, the fears that shaped you, many of them have shifted. Some have disappeared. Others have transformed into something new. Imagine sitting across from that younger version of yourself. Imagine the look in their eyes as you tell them about the life you live today. What would shock them? What would make them smile? What would they never have believed possible? Maybe your younger self dreamed of something completely different from what you have now. Perhaps they imagined a certain career, a certain place, a certain relationship. And today, your life looks nothing like what they expected. Would they be surprised? Would they laugh? Would they struggle to understand how you became the person you are now? Or perhaps your younger self underestimated you. Maybe they doubted your strength, your courage, your ability to endure. If they could see you now, maybe they would be amazed at the battles you have fought and the challenges you have overcome. Maybe they would never have expected you to survive what you survived, or to grow into the wisdom you now carry. Think also about the small things. 10 years ago, you might not have imagined the simple habits that now bring you peace. You might not have guessed that the ordinary rhythm of your life, your morning routine, your quiet joys, your way of seeing the world, would be so different, so much more meaningful. So once again, I ask you, if you could sit down with your younger self, face to face, what about your life today would surprise them the most? This is where we begin, my friend. And in the next moments, we will walk deeper into this reflection together. Think for a moment about the rhythm of your day. Most people live in patterns, repeating the same steps again and again. But within those steps are details that reveal character, values, even dreams. Imagine a conversation with your younger self. They sit across from you, listening carefully. What part of your current routine would they never have expected? Maybe they would be surprised by your strength. 10 years ago, you might not have believed you could carry the weight of all that life has placed on your shoulders. But now, you know you can. You have lived through storms your younger self could not even imagine, and you are still here, still standing, still growing. Or perhaps the surprise would be joy. Maybe your younger self thought life would be more serious, more difficult, But when they see you laughing, smiling, finding beauty in small things, they might be amazed. They might ask, "When did you learn to enjoy the little things so much?" Think of the details. Maybe you cook a favorite meal every Sunday. Maybe you go for long walks alone. Maybe you start your morning by writing in a notebook, something you never did before. Your younger self would sit there, eyes wide, surprised by the person you have become. And it works both ways. Perhaps you would be surprised too. Surprised to see how much your younger self could teach you even now. They might remind you of dreams you have forgotten, passions you left behind, courage you once carried easily. This is the beauty of the question. It is not only about what your younger self would see in you, it is also about what you would see in them. So again, I ask you to picture this conversation. The younger you sitting across the table, you sitting here today. What moment would make them lean back, shake their head, and whisper, "I never thought life would turn out this way"? Pause there, feel the weight of that moment, and let's continue deeper into this reflection together. Think for a moment about the hidden meanings behind the life you live today. What would your younger self see if they looked past the surface and into the details of who you have become? Maybe they would be surprised at your resilience. 10 years ago, they may not have believed you could handle disappointment, heartbreak, or loss. They might have thought those things would break you. But here you are, standing taller because of them, stronger because of them, wiser because of them. Or perhaps they would be surprised at your patience. Maybe your younger self wanted everything quickly: success, love, recognition. They wanted life to move faster. But today, you understand that some things take time. You have learned to wait, to grow, to trust the process. That would surprise them, maybe even humble them. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man who, as a boy, dreamed of being famous. He thought happiness was found in applause, in recognition, in being known. But 10 years later, as a grown man, he discovered that true happiness was found in quiet mornings with his family, in long conversations with friends, in small, ordinary joys that fame could never provide. His younger self would never have believed it. But that was the truth of who he became. Perhaps you have a story like this, something your younger self could never have predicted. Maybe it is the career path you chose. Maybe it is the relationships you built. Maybe it is the peace you found in a place you never expected to call home. These surprises are not small. They are the proof that you are not who you once were. And maybe, just maybe, your younger self would be surprised not by what changed, but by what stayed the same. The core values you carry, the dreams you refuse to let go, the way you still laugh at the same silly things, or the way your heart still longs for connection, meaning, and truth. They would look at you and realize that even after everything, a part of them still lives inside you. So ask yourself, What is the greatest surprise your younger self would find? That you became stronger than they imagined, that you found peace in unexpected places, that you still carry their light even after all these years. This reflection is not just about change, it is about continuity, it is about growth, it is about honoring both the person you were and the person you are now. And with this thought in mind, let us move toward the heart of the question, the moral, the lesson, the reason it matters to ask yourself this today. So now we return, my friend, to the question that began this reflection. If you could have a conversation with your younger self from 10 years ago, what would surprise them the most about the life you live today? We have explored the many possibilities together, the struggles you overcame, the patience you learned, the unexpected paths you took, the small joys you discovered. We have seen how your younger self might laugh, or cry, or simply sit in awe at the person you have become. And here is the lesson. What feels ordinary to you right now may not be ordinary at all. To your younger self, it might seem impossible. To someone else, it might even be inspiring. That is why questions like this matter. They remind us that we have grown. They remind us that we are stronger, wiser, and more resilient than we sometimes allow ourselves to believe. It is easy to move through life without noticing the distance we've traveled. But when you pause, when you look back through the eyes of your younger self, you realize that you are living in the middle of a story that is far greater than you once imagined. So I encourage you to hold this question close. Carry it with you. When you wake in the morning, when you face a challenge, when you wonder about your purpose, ask yourself, what would surprise my younger self about the person I am today? In the answer, you will find gratitude, pride, and perhaps even hope for the future. This is why reflection matters. It helps us see clearly where we have been, and it gives us courage for where we are going. And remember, this is only the beginning. Today we asked one question. Tomorrow there will be another. Each question is a door that opens deeper into your life, your language, your story. So come back, my friend. Walk with me again. Together, we will continue asking, reflecting, and growing in English and in ourselves. Until then, take this question with you. You are not who you were 10 years ago. You are more, and you will continue to grow into even more than you can imagine today. Take your time, reflect, and I'll see you soon.